The definition of parallel lines are two lines that never intersect. So here's an example of two parallel lines. And the thing that you want to remember about parallel lines regarding slope is that their slope is always going to be the same. And we also consider two vertical lines to be parallel, even though we can't talk about two vertical lines having the same slope since their slope is undefined. But we want to be able to find an equation in slope-intercept form of the line that's parallel to this one, passing through the point 2, -1. So first of all, we need to recognize that the fact that this line is in slope-intercept form, the slope of this line is the coefficient on the x, so m is equal to 3. And then if we're trying to find a line parallel to this one, it's going to have the same slope. It is also going to have a slope equal to 3. So what we're trying to do then at this point is to find the equation of the line that has a slope of 3 and passes through the point 2, -1, which goes back to our point slope form. So we'll have y minus y1 is this -1 equals m is 3 times x minus x1 is the 2. And then we just need to clean this up a little bit and put our final answer in slope-intercept form. So y minus a -1 is the same as y plus 1. Distributing the 3 gives us 3x minus 6. And then subtract 1 from both sides to get the y by itself. And we end up with y equals 3x minus 7. Now in example 2, we're given equations of two lines and we're asked to determine whether or not they are parallel. And again, this goes back to slope. Do these lines have the same slope? And remember, in order to identify the slope of a line given its equation, we need it in slope-intercept form. So that's where we're going to start, is by solving both of these equations for y. So for this first one, we want to subtract the 4x from both sides, which gives us -y is equal to -4x minus 3. And then we need to get rid of the negative attached to the y by dividing it all the way across by -1. And we end up with y equals a positive 4x plus 3. And now that it's in slope-intercept form, we can recognize that the slope of this line is 4. So now we want to do the same thing with our second equation. We're going to subtract the 8x from both sides, which gives us 2y is equal to -8x minus 2, and then divide all the way across by 2, leaving us with y equals -4x minus 1. And now we can recognize that the slope of this line is the -4. So are these two lines parallel? No, because we did not end up with the same number for their slopes.